Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Crypto is Useful. And we're going to be looking at some news about growing adoption, people using crypto, and what they're doing with it. So today we're looking at Family Mart in Taiwan and how they are allowing people to redeem their membership points for USDC. USDC is promoting remittance to the Philippines. PundiX is making strides in Turkey with their in-person merchant shops, and we're also going to look at some NFT memberships with some very big brands. Circle joins forces with Beto Group and Taiwan Family Mart to launch enhanced points to crypto service, spearheading Web3 advancements in Taiwan. If you're not familiar with Circle, they issue a stablecoin called USDC. It's one of the largest stablecoins out there after USDT, and it is a service in cryptocurrency that allows you to hold the value of $1 digitally. The partnership is delivering a new points to crypto service on the Taiwan Family Mart app and the Beto Pro exchange, that is a Taiwanese crypto exchange, which allows users to convert their Family Mart loyalty points, called Fami points, into digital currencies like USDC. Customers can indicate the amount of Fami points they would like to convert to their desired digital currency on the Taiwan Family Mart app. Now, this is a much bigger deal if you are in Taiwan, like myself, and you understand how big Family Mart is. Because if you didn't know, Taiwan has a lot of convenience stores. There are literally convenience stores next to convenience stores. The most popular one being 7-Eleven with over 6,500 stores, followed by Family Mart with more than 3,600. Now, those are the two major convenience stores in Taiwan. There are a couple smaller chains, making the grand total of convenience stores in Taiwan over 13,000. Fun fact, there's just as many convenience stores in Taiwan as there are McDonald's in America. Now that is very impressive considering the population and land size difference between the two countries. And of the 23 million people in Taiwan, it's estimated that there are 17 million people registered as a Family Mart member. Now that is just some information to help you understand how big the partnership is between Family Mart and Circle and the Taiwanese crypto exchange allowing all of this to happen, Beto Pro. And as someone who lives in Taiwan, I can tell you, people go to convenience stores a lot. I'm there almost every day, which is a little shameful, but I spend like $30 a week. You just go in, get a snack or a drink, whatever it is, and with the Family Mart member system, if you buy something, you essentially get 1% back in points. Now these points can be used on discounts on special items, and I use those points very wisely. I bought this helmet. Do I use any type of vehicle that would require this helmet? No. So you can kind of think of this partnership as a very large test case of how useful crypto can be. If you have a lot of points, you might not want those to get devalued, and you might want to redeem that for cash, which is now an option indirectly with Circle, because you would be able to get your points, convert it to USDC, convert that back into Taiwan dollars or any other cryptocurrency you would like. Now, if this partnership is successful and people start using cryptocurrencies this way, we could see a lot more crypto adoption in the future as other companies try to do the same thing by providing more services to their customers. More positive news concerning Circle, because they are saving Filipinos money, Coins.ph and Circle to promote financial inclusion through remittances in the Philippines. Now, a lot of money moves into the Philippines from other countries because overseas Filipino workers send money back home. And with this report, personal remittances reach a new record high. In December and over the full year of 2022, there was $36 billion being sent back to the Philippines. Now, the problem is there's a lot of fees to send money overseas through traditional methods, and that's covered in the Circle report. Conventional remittance channels often involve high fees and lengthy transaction times. The average cost of sending a $200 remittance to the Asia region in 2022 is 5.7%, according to the World Bank. In the Philippines, remittances are even more challenging for the unbanked, who comprised 44% of the adult population in 2021, according to the country's central bank. So that's 44% of people without a bank account. So if they are getting their cash, they have to go through a service like Western Union, which can charge a lot of fees. Now, there are other banks that do this as well, but that's the problem. The fees are high, the process is slow, and even though those fees come out to just maybe $5 to $10, that is a lot of money in the Philippines. And when we have other options becoming available, like cryptocurrency, that can do this almost instantly at a very low cost and not at a percentage, it's just maybe it's $1, maybe it's less than that, depending on the methods used. There are new opportunities arising for people to send money overseas without all the high fees and without having to wait a long time for that to happen. And basically, that's what this article is about. CoinsPH's partnership with Circle aims to show how USDC can provide a faster, lower cost, and more accessible remittance option for our 18 million Filipino users and their families and loved ones abroad. Now, this is one of the biggest use cases of cryptocurrency, being able to send the value of money instantly at a very low cost, and that comes at the sacrifice of Western Union and banks and people who take advantage of people. So if you put things into that perspective, can you really hate cryptocurrency and support Western Union and people taking advantage of people with not a lot of money? So that's why I see cryptocurrency picking up in the future. You don't necessarily need a bank account, things can be instantly done, and services like remittance can fuel crypto adoption. Now, it's still very difficult to get money moved around, and sometimes you can send that cryptocurrency, but you can't necessarily get that cash, which is why we're moving on to Turkey. Bitcoin surges to all-time highs in Turkey and Nigeria. So if we look at the Bitcoin Turkish lira chart, we can see we are at an all-time high for the past 5 years, and that's not just because Bitcoin has been going up, it's because the Turkish lira has been going down, at least down in value. That's because they've been printing a lot of money, so the money that people have been holding is getting devalued. And with Bitcoin, that's another way to hedge against this type of inflation, and for people that did, they've been successful. Now, one of the biggest problems has been being able to buy cryptocurrency or exchange for cryptocurrency in person. There are ways with P2P, which is person to person, that can be a little risky because you don't want to meet a stranger and then have to give them money or have to give them money because your life is at risk. That's why having a legitimate merchant makes it a lot easier, and that's what's going on in Turkey. So if we check out what PundiX is doing, they provide these services for people to create their own merchant shop, which allows people to trade between cryptocurrency and whatever local currency there is. So here, people are trading their USDT into the local Turkish lira, or people could change their Turkish lira into cryptocurrency. So you can kind of think of PundiX as the local version of a foreign exchange booth or Western Union. Now they're filling a gap that has been missing in the crypto world and the real world, where people that want to buy cryptocurrency with cash, they don't have to go to a stranger, they don't have to go to an ATM, they can go through a trusted provider, a merchant, someone who specializes in these transactions to help make it happen. And as we went over the story in the Philippines earlier, that would make sense. That would make sense to have these merchants in the Philippines. Merchants can charge whatever fee is appropriate for the market, and this is just something I see growing in the future. So maybe 5 years from now, we don't have these foreign exchange booths, but we have cryptocurrency to cash booths. So let's say you're traveling internationally, you can use cryptocurrency to get the local currency. In other news, the German Postal Service, the mail service in Germany, will release its first limited edition collectible stamp, and it will be an NFT. You will have an NFT representing your ownership over that stamp. Now, this is just very interesting because it is the German Postal Service getting into digital collectibles and NFTs, which just kind of shows you that there is utility. They recognize that, and they're not trying to scam anyone. They're just saying, hey, we're launching this thing. It is a digital collectible. You can collect it if you like. And that's what it is. They are using the technology for its purpose. And as someone who loves frequent flyer miles and points, I love this. So Lufthansa has developed the Uptrip mobile application that allows passengers to turn their travel experiences into NFTs. These NFTs can then be redeemed for rewards such as mileage bonuses and business lounge vouchers. Yeah, that's really good. If you've been in the Lufthansa lounge in Germany, even just the business lounge, it is fantastic. It is an experience. Like it just ups your entire travel experience. And as someone who doesn't have access to the lounge, are you going to download the app, participate, just so you have a chance of getting a business lounge voucher? Very likely. Fun fact, I collect a lot of frequent flyer miles through various methods, and I flew in Lufthansa first class from Munich to San Francisco back in 2014 to go to a job interview. And yes, I did get that job. But the problem is you have to download an airline app, and that's probably the biggest hurdle. People don't like having to download apps that they don't really need or are going to use. But if it involves getting something as additional frequent flyer miles and the lounge vouchers, there's a lot of potential in that. And we also have to think, like, if this is a success and Lufthansa does really well in acquiring more customers, we will likely see other airlines do that too. So I'm really hoping that they do a good job on this and it's a success, because I want to be able to convert and trade my frequent flyer miles for other programs all digitally without having to take a loss. Because, it's actually against the terms and services to buy and sell frequent flyer miles. So hopefully that'll also change in the future too if they go digital. Crypto adoption is actually happening. That is great to see. And people are actually using these services. It's helping them. They're saving money. It's a better experience for them. And the only person losing out are the companies. It's the Western unions. It's the banks. It's the currencies that are getting devalued because too much of it is being printed. So all of this is the news in crypto, and hopefully there's some other good news that we'll cover in another video. With that, thanks for liking the video, and I hope you got your full value for today. With my Family Mart points, there was a Dragon Ball Z Super collab, and they had this helmet. I thought it looked pretty cool. It is inspired by Vegeta, and it actually says Vegeta right there, and then we have the Dragon Ball Z Super logo on the back.